Welcome folks to another episode of Spookify, and in today's video I have compiled something spooky that keeps these unfortunate insomniacs awake night after night. I mean, like, they sleep first but get disturbed and wake up. These poor people need their beauty sleep. What causes them to lose closing their eyes while resting? Is it anxiety? Noises from the streets? A bad nightmare? A noisy neighbour? Horny spouses? Not now love, I got a headache. Or is it something sinister? Probably some dark entities lurking underneath their beds? Or a demonic presence who lives in the cupboards and has a gateway portal to their realm? Oh gobbledygook. Join me as I dive deep. How deep? Not that deep. And fish out for you some of these scary videos that probably might end up with you losing your sleep. Without further ado, let's begin. A person uploaded this video while visiting his aunt's house. His aunt lives in a country house that was built in the 1860s. Originally submitted to Reddit, he states that he knew that his aunt's house was haunted, but never caught it on camera, due to not owning a camera at that time. Having not been there since he was a young child, he goes back 10 years later, all grown up, brave, courageous, and manly, and also with the technology booming. He hears a disturbance that woke him up while he was fast asleep. He grabs his Nokia 7650 and captures these events.
Still hearing voices. Jesus Christ. Now you're knocking again. Oh my God. Get out of here. Nope.
He looks confused and scared witless about where the noise is coming from. Is his aunt trying to scare him? The commotion then escalates from the closet room, and then a faint childlike voice can be heard. Can you make out what it is?
Get out of here. Nope.
Oh dear! Is the lost spirit trying to communicate with him? Perhaps he's trying to give clues to him about the sinister past of the previous owners. He then plays knock-knock games, sounding as if he came from the closet, which eventually makes him sleep in his car for the duration of his visit. Well, you don't believe me? Have a look at this then. Could all of this be a hoax? Or perhaps the entity needed help to solve a mystery and then move on to the next world. But he had to go loopy with the doors. What's that all about, eh? The decision is yours.
Get out of here. Nope.
This video was uploaded in 2011. It shows a guy who has access to an attic inside his closet room. And the uploader claims that whenever he goes to bed, the door hatch to the attic room keeps on shuddering, shaking, vibrating. Okay, steady on. Now the uploader also admits that he leaves the room window open to allow fresh air during the night. And his roommate reckons that the draft could be the cause of the shuddering. What do you reckon, eh? Not sure what to make of it. He installs a camera aimed at the hatch. You tell me if it's the wind or something paranormal.
I want to place camera right up here on my jeans, so I'll try to get this on film. Alrighty.
boy oh boy, no wonder you can't sleep. The noise alone can wake anybody up. Could it be the wind or an animal in his attic? However, did you notice this? Some orbs floating around. Any explanation of that? Perhaps it might be dust? The uploader did say that he nailed the attic door shut after this creepy incident, and will update it if there's any disturbance. On the other hand, looking at his next and last upload, which was 2015, it would seem the strange occurrence has been put on hold. What do you make of it? Whether it's wind, animal, staged perhaps, or something paranormal, the decision is yours. In the next video uploaded by MrSpouter, he encounters weird banging activities that wakes him up. What you see is either orbs or dust activity that has engulfed his room, as well as some strange banging noise that seems to be coming from the other side of the door. Have a look.
Something banging then. Something was banging. I'm talking to myself. Something was banging. Right on my stairs. Dusty. Being up. Is that a nib as well? What's that? Something there. What the? Freaking myself out, man. Calm down, calm down, calm down. What the f is that? What's that? Something up there. What the f? What the f?
He then uploads this, oh dear.
Right, banging again. It's like there's something on the stairs. You can't hear it though. I can. Yeah. It's weird. It's not next door. It's like what the? Might be pipes in floorboard. So every time I look, there's nothing there, though. On the stairs, quick. Nothing there. I need to tie him shit. Check the water up. Freaking myself out.
I love it when people give it, oi, let's have it in 1 minute, and then oh crap, where's the door in the next? He hears banging noises, opens the door, can't see anyone. He goes back into his room and focuses his camera on top of the closet, where he claims he's hearing movement, activity, and suddenly a plastic bag moves out of his place. Oh no, it's not over yet. In his next video upload, he replaced the baby's sleeping cot with an electric guitar. I know it's not safe for the young one, good idea. But the same commotion and disturbance occurs. He opens the door to examine the hallway, but no one is there. Actually, I do tell a lie. A quick enhancement can reveal a dark shadow standing in the spare room. Oh, look at that. Look at him. Look at the state of that. Who could this be? Is this the culprit? Perhaps a person? Or maybe, somehow maybe, Mr. Not So Hard Nut has an entity residing in his home. It's up to you to decide.
I need to tie him shit. Check the wardrobe. Freaking myself out.
You probably know this TikTok user who uploaded shedloads of paranormal activity within her house. Kitty K has documented her house ever since she moved in, for a considerable amount of years. Her whole page is full of catalogues of weird paranormal events. The strange activity seems to occur in her bedroom, especially in her closet area.
Honey, what is that?
Oh
Hey
my
guys,
God.
oh my god,
Okay,
oh my
okay.
god, oh my god.
I'm gonna go look.
These are the new closet doors, guys. The new closet doors that we just installed. Oh my god, okay.
Go look.
Nothing. Nothing in the closet. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Be careful.
Okay, no.
Okay, so clearly installing these doors. As you guys can see, we're still dealing with whatever is in our bedroom closet. I don't know, but freaked right out. Look at the dog. She's like, what the hell?
Fancy sleeping in that place and you get disturbed by the shakings. One can assume that it could be staged. Perhaps someone was hiding beside their bed, shaking the mirrored door hysterically. If you think this is a setup or an act, then watch the following video. It's just before midnight, and they have a basement that they converted into a living accommodation area. Not bad, eh? Well, not until when you know that whatever is fiddling with her doors is also fiddling with the household objects. Take a look.
We woke up this morning to find the ball not where we left it. Upon checking the footage, you can see the ball rolls across the floor by itself. But that's not even the scariest part of this video. The chair the dolls are sitting on completely rolls back and basically levitates on its back legs. How is that even possible? How is that possible? To say that we are shook is beyond comprehension. This is one of the scariest things we've ever seen on our security camera footage. And of course, the sound went out again. It seems whenever anything happens that's really unexplainable, our camera footage sound goes out. I am just doing a voiceover. I'm not adding any creepy music. We are just trying to collect ourselves after seeing this footage. We will put the entire video on YouTube so it's bigger if you guys want to go there and have a look at it. Right now, we are shook to the core. We don't know what else to say. This is just insane.
Insane indeed, you got that right. Yeah, you got that right, love. What nutcase has this freakishly looking wacky-eyed doll sitting casually on a chair? No wonder you got some entity running right in your house. Look at the state of that one. Kitty K tried to explain to the doubters that there were no strings attached to those fine looking objects. This strange activity seems to be active during the daytime. And once again, the party trick entity is doing the two dolls on a chair balancing act in front of her husband. What, does that sound dirty?
Hun? Hun?
Like a magician, her husband shows us that there are no strings attached. That's good. I couldn't have done it better myself, mind you. Personally, I would have chucked that plank of wood at that chair just to give it some pizzazz.
Hun?
If you still think that this is staged, then have a look at this. Her cat noticed something strange. Eyeballs on one of the woggy-eyed dolls. Something a cat would do. What happens next is bizarre. A mist emerges from the doll's body, but who knows, perhaps he came out from the chest box. The cat looked disturbed, then hides underneath the couch, as a cat would do. Is all of this staged? A hoax perhaps? Or maybe they actually do have an entity who likes to cause chaos within their household? It's all up to you to decide. Look at the state of that one. Rightio folks, that's me done for now. There's loads more to come. Yeah, if you can't wait, there's always my other videos. Until then, please do have nightmares.